Aṣíwájú ni wá, aṣíwájú ni wá, aṣíwájú ni wá, aṣíwájú ni wá. Ipò aṣíwájú l'Ẹlẹ́dùmarè fún wa nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe gírí, ọmọ Ọ̀yọ́ ká tẹpá wa mọ́ṣẹ́, ká bára wa sọ̀rọ̀, ká sòdodo, ká ṣohun tó tọ́ tó dára nígbà gbogbo, níbi gbogbo fún ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Kò ní rẹ̀yìn o, lójú mi, kò ní rẹ̀yìn o, kò ní rẹ̀yìn o, nígbà tèmi, kò ní rẹ̀yìn o. Èmi aṣohun tó tọ́ tó dára nígbà gbogbo, níbi gbogbo fún ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Aṣíwájú ni wá, aṣíwájú ni wá, aṣíwájú ni wá. Aṣíwájú ni wá. Ìbàdàn ìlú orí òkè, ìlú ìbùkún Olúwa. Olúwa ṣe ọ̀rẹ́ ìbùkún fún onílé àtàlejò.
You may be seated. Thank you very much. When we sing our national anthem, we are singing in unity, we are singing in unison, we are singing the best music that our land so treasured. And thank you for singing the song. Thank you for learning the song. Thank you for singing the song. I'd like to quickly honor and recognize some very distinguished personalities that we already have in our midst this morning. And the first person that I'm going to be recognizing is the chairman of today, a distinguished personality. He is the Chief Executive Officer and MD of Adrot Landstyle Limited. And I'm talking about none other but our own very distinguished Otumba Dejo Olawanyi. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you, Otumba, for coming. And permit me to also recognize very specially another distinguished personality that is here with us this morning, Honorable Baba Raji. Let me. Okay, thank you very much. I'd like to get names. Baba Raji Onini Mole. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you very much for making it here. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning we have the honor of the presence of Mrs. Oluyemi Olatunde Caroline in the house. Please celebrate her. Thank you very much. This morning we have the pleasure of one of our lead in one of the panel discussions, and that's in person of Mr. Bola Olalere in the house. Thank you. One of our hostesses is in the house, very beautiful, lady, the curator of the National Museum of Unity, Aleshiloy. And I think yesterday I mentioned something like you're the deputy director for something. And I'm still going to announce that, Please welcome Mrs. Oriyomi Pamela Otuka. Thank you very much. If you ever hear that people grow younger and not older, she's a definition. She's younger than I saw last year. Okay, thank you very much. In the house this morning we have, yesterday we had we had Prof in the house, no, Doctor, the HOD of, is it Tourism Department of the Polytechnic Ibadan. And today we are honored to have another distinguished learned personality, the head of department of the Local Government and Development Studies, Barrister Oladejo Kazim A. Esquire. You are welcome. These are the people teaching our local government administrators. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning I have decided to specially recognize and celebrate our distinguished officers serving this country in their capacity at the National Park Services. And yesterday we had a goodwill message from the Conservator General of the Nigeria National Park Services, who was represented and still represented this morning by none other but my brother, CP Emmanuel Tuyang. Thank you very much. You brought in great words yesterday. And it's going to interest you this morning that we have people from all over the country gathered here in Ibadan. Permit me to introduce to you from the Gashaka Gumati Taraba State. That's the park, Gashaka Gurati. Did I get it? Gashaka. National Park, Abdul Salam Anifat. Oh, she's a DPW. You're welcome. In the meantime, I asked Mr. Polycarp this morning and Mr. Anini, have you taken Amala? So now that I've been able to spot you, a reality. Thank you. Also from Old Oyo National Park, we have SP1 through O. Wow, thank you for doing a great job. Also from Oyo here, Old Oyo National Park, we have Egbebi Stephen, SPR. All right, thank you. Also we have from the Old Oyo National Park, PPR Oyelami Taiwo. From Okomu National Park in Edo State, we also have Ogebo I. Jeffrey, PRI. Thank you. And last but not the least, we have DPW Falano Olariwaju Ayodeji from Okomu National Park in Edo State. One question that I did not ask yesterday, which I may be tempted to ask today, is whether animals understand human languages and whether you as conservators, you speak the languages to them. But that's going to be a discussion for maybe a lighter entertainment program. Ladies and gentlemen, Today is a great day, and we are going to be taking a distinguished chairman's remark to give us a warm welcome into this place. I can see Prince Sami Bamidele in the house. I can see my brother. I want to remember the name now. Giddy Boss, all the way from Lagos. You're welcome. God bless you. So I'm still going to welcome a number of people as the program goes by. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning to give us his remark as the owner of all the chairs here, and by designation the chairman. If you don't clap for him, we'll ask you to stand up, close your eyes, and raise up your hands. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Otumba Dejo Olawan for his chairman's opening remark. You're welcome, Mr. Chairman, sir. Do you want to climb the lectern? Yes, please do.
Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure once again to see you. I was here last night. I came back late from Lagos and from my onward travel for the United States of America. My name is Otumba Dejo Olawan. Like I said yesterday, I'm 100% Nigerian, 100% Ibadan, and 100% American. So it sounds that's. But I'm here today to chair this auspicious occasion where we are lifting Ibadan the second time for the Ibadan Travel Tourism Expo, which we all know that it is so much important to us, not because of our image and heritage, but mostly because of our pockets. So I want to say, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and esteemed organizers, and my fellow industry leaders, and also fellow travelers and tourists. It's an honor to stand before you today as a special guest of honor, as the chairman, and for this expo once again. In as much as I'm delighted to see so many passionate individuals gather here, there is one reason why we are united. We are united because we have passion for tourism, passion for travel, and on sustainable development. So as we proceed to the last part, the second day and the last part, I want us to think of how we embark on this journey to explore the vast potential of our tourism industry in Nigeria, especially from Oyo State and Ibadan. This theme of this year, which is driving sustainable tourism development for Yoruba and Africa, for me, it resonates deeply in the crucial topic of believing that we warrant attentive and collective action, something that all of us must do together. Africa, with its rich cultural heritage, breathtaking landscape, and warm hospitality, has the potential to become the leading destination for travelers around the world. I said this yesterday, and we are undercutting ourselves. But however, we must recognize that this growth must be balanced. It must be balanced and it must be sustainable. We made a mistake. I don't want to say that it's a mistake. When we found the black gold in Nigeria, in the Niger Delta, we forgot every other thing. There is an icon in the graphics of this expo, which you see clearly stated is called Cocoa House. That structure was built in the 60s. As at the time it was built, it was one of the tallest, if not the tallest in Africa. If you put that in context, it's like saying Burj Khalifa in Dubai. But today, even with the black gold, the crude oil we have, we can't do the same structure. So we lost some of the good things that we had. The Yoruba region, which is unique cultural heritage and identity, is very significant, especially we have set examples like I've said. And we have shown that Nigeria and Africa has a lot to offer. From ancient city of Ife to the vibrant city of Ibadan, which I told you yesterday that Ogun, Kowari. And also, you know, the maxim of Oyo State is Ajishebi Oyo Lanri. So if we also put this Ajishebi Oyo Lanri in context, Ibadan has the first university, the first radio station, the first TV station. And if you put all these things that happened in the 60s, when we are not even a quarter as rich as we are today, if you put it in context, it means that they say that Ibadan has the first 5G in the world or in Africa. It's a big thing. But we did not jump to the next stages, and we just allow it to die off. Today, I know that the population of Ibadan is about 4.1 million, which I believe that is within the conurbation, that's within the place that they call Ibadan. If you look at the about 16 local governments that surround Ibadan, Ibadan is far bigger than any other city in Africa. But needless to say all this, as we move forward, I urge us to remain much more committed to a shared and a thriving vision with this sustainable tourism industry. We can do a lot of it. I gave some numbers yesterday, which are not very, very specific. But when you compare Jamaica and Nigeria, Jamaica population is about 2.8 million, which is less than 1.5% of Nigerian population, which we are going to like 230, 228 million this year. And if I ask you, how much do you think the Jamaica, even their landmass, Nigeria is about 450 times bigger than Jamaica in terms of landmass. They have less than 11,000 square kilometers, and we have 903,000 square kilometers. So, if you put it in context, you realize that Jamaica, there is about 1.5% of our population. They are making much more money than us in tourism. Last year, Nigeria made less than $1 billion, maybe about $1 billion. And I believe even this $1 billion, when we are counting the people in diaspora that comes to visit, those are the things we put together for our tourist industry. And we have about 1 billion. If I ask you how much do you think Jamaica with about 1.5% population made, you'll be shocked. They made last year 4.4 billion. And this year, they are targeting what they call 555. 2025, they are making $5 billion. How much do we even get from this black gold that we're talking about? Maybe about $20 billion. So if we prorate it with our population, if we are taking it much more serious, we'll have had much more money than even we have from the black gold, that's the crude oil. Yeah, it's not a mistake because we are awake now. We were sleeping before. Now we are awake. We can put it in context and we can leverage on that to improve our economy. We are very, very vibrant. I always say that if Africa were to be a gun, Nigeria will be the trigger. And the Yoruba region is going to be the place that you click if you turn it to be a gun. That means that's where the action is. And if you look at, there's a place in Brazil that if you join the continent together, that's exactly where you find in Brazil, they speak Yoruba just like we speak Yoruba there. So I also found out that Yoruba culture, or Yoruba language rather, is the only language in Africa that is spoken in 4 continents naturally. Right now, we have seen more than 24 countries that they speak Yoruba. As a matter of fact, Yoruba is becoming official language in some parts of Brazil and Cuba. So why do we want to throw these things away? We want to wait till people from University of South Carolina to come and start teaching us our language, or start telling us that this is our culture. No, we can embrace it ourselves and we can make a lot of money from it. Maldives is a tourist place, and you can imagine, as small as Maldives is, population of Maldives is probably not as much as the population of Bodija, and they make much more money than the whole of Nigeria. So we are lagging behind, and we can take advantage of this. So to the organizers and my fellow travelers, I offer my sincere appreciation for the tireless efforts in bringing this event to life. To the exhibitors from all over the country and outside, and the attendees, all of you, I wish you a productive and enriching experience. And the people of Yoruba and Africa, I say that we are not just building tourism industry together, we are building a brighter future for ourselves and for generations to come. It is now my pleasure to officially declare the second day open as we embark on this journey. Thank you very much.
Please put your hands together for the chairman. Otuba Dejolawe, thank you very much for that rich welcome, stirring our heart, inspiring us, and letting us know the reason why we are gathered. This morning, it's going to be a magazine show, and so that means it's going to be a potpourri of, we're going to be putting a lot of things together to garnish to this program. Permit me to quickly recognize, the other time I mentioned Giddy Boss, and let me quickly recognize him one more time. The CEO of Aeroport Travels, Dr. Oludayo Taiwo Gideon. Giddy Boss, one more time. Please put your hands together. Well, thank you. Also in the house this morning, we have the presence of our beautiful sister, FCLIRM. I don't know the full meaning. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to welcome her to give us just a snippet, just a 1 minute, 2 minutes maximum on ABC Transport, because she is an officer from ABC Transport. Our sister, Madam Ejemai Anuluwapo. Please put your hands together for her.
Thank you, sir, Zamba. Thank you for this great privilege. I want to sincerely appreciate our tourism twins. Thank you so much for putting this together. We appreciate the good work. Yes, I'm from ABC Transport, and we've been in existence for over 23 years now. We are also into travel, and we do a little bit of tourism as well. And we partner with them because we know that what they are doing is also supporting our business. For those of us that know ABC Transport, we operate on the West Coast. For now, we have to Cotonou, to Togo, to Ghana. And we are into so much of haulage. I tell people we can carry a whole house. We are into cargo. If you have seen Cargo Express, that's the ABC Transport Cargo Division. We are into haulage. We are into travel, that's passenger operations. We carry people within and outside. We extend beyond Accra on charter basis. You want to go to Senegal, you want to go to Côte d'Ivoire, please come to ABC Transport. We'll be able to do that for you. And I also want to encourage every one of us to please partner with these beautiful people, because they are trying to also boost the economy of not just Nigeria, not just Oyo State, Africa in general. Once again, I want to thank you very much for the good work you are doing. God bless you.
Thank you, Mrs. Ajemai. Anoluapo, God bless you. Real good. And Taiwo and Kende, yesterday when I asked them to welcome and declare the program opened, I was startled by their disposition. Not only that they are passionate about what they are doing, but the synergy, the oneness, the unity, the unbroken connection that both of them have. When the first one was going to speak, he called on the Aburo to speak. And when the Aburo finished speaking, he called on the Aburo again to speak. And I said, okay, so the two of them, there's no Egbon. Both of them are just Aburos. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this morning we have the Onilu Towa Labe Odo Ton Lulu Fuiromi Ton Jolori Omi. You know, the word father in the Bible parlance is known as the source. And so everyone has a source. These two amiable, indefatigable, adorable, fashionable, cultural, world-famous twins have their parents in our midst today. Ladies and gentlemen, Daddy and Mommy Oguntoye, we celebrate you. We celebrate you. We celebrate you. Thank you very much. Ọjọ́ ayọ̀ yín máa kalẹ̀ dáadáa. Ayọ̀ lámà bá yín yọ̀. À ń bọ̀ wá ṣègbéyàwó Táíwò àti Kẹ́hìndé. Ẹ ṣàmì sí yẹn. Tẹ́ bá mọ ọdún tí mo ti ń retí. Mo retí gbogbo etí mi. But I can announce to you with excitement and joy, pé ó máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ n sọ báyìí, ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀. A kò máa wá ṣe ayẹyẹ ni. And then after the twins marry the twins, we're going to celebrate birth of twins and twins and twins and twins. Thank you very much, Daddy and Mommy Oguntoye. Eshe. Right about now, we're going to be taking the first panel discussion for today, which is a bit of an overflow of what we were supposed to have yesterday. But not to worry, we are going to key in on the time very, very well. And my brother is here. We are talking about youth in tourism. What are the challenges and what is the future? And to moderate is Gidi Boss, Dr. Oludayo Taiwo Gideon, the CEO of Aeroport Travels. Please put your hands together for him. Gidi Boss, please could you make your way to the podium? And Gidi Boss is going to be facilitating this, and they're going to be sharing their wealth of experience. He has a partner, but it's our culture on the program that once I introduce the moderator will introduce the panelists or the discussants. Please put your hands together one more time for Gidi Boss. You know, I said something about Madame Pamela. So if Madame Pamela had been a twin, Gidi Boss would be the twin brother. He's younger today than he was last year. You're welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure being here this beautiful day, and I want to first of all congratulate the twins for making the Oguntoye twins for making this possible. My brothers, thank you so much for giving me the privilege also, and I also appreciate everyone who is here seated. Without much ado, I will quickly want to invite my panelist, and that is Mr. Omotosho Akin, all the way from Ilorin. Please let me jam your hands together as we bring in Mr. Omotosho Akin up here on stage. That round of applause is not good enough, please.
All
right, so we'll make it as brief as possible, we'll make it as realistic as possible, and we'll make it as engaging as possible. So we'll appreciate if you give us just about 15 to 20 minutes to have, it's going to be more of a fireside chat, yeah? And first and foremost, I would like to introduce myself. Yeah, my name is Dr. Oludayotaiwo Gideon. I am the group CEO of Aeroport Group of Companies. And Aeroport is a conglomerate of travel, tourism, hospitality, and lifestyle. And what we do at Aeroport is we have a travel agency, which is Aeroport Travels and Tours Limited. And our services include travel services ranging from flight tickets, hotel booking globally, airport pickup and drop-off, protocol services, and the likes. We also have Aeroport's College of Aviation, and which is actually one of the key things that have brought me into limelight, particularly with the impact we have made in the travel industry and the tourism industry at large. All right, so, and most importantly, I am proud to say that a topic like what we're discussing today, being the tourism in the youth in the tourism industry, the challenges of the past, the current trend, and the future, is one peculiar thing we are here to discuss today. And one of the things we've been able to do to impact the travel and tourism industry is by raising travel professionals, which is our slogan. Please, I'd like a microphone for my partner here. Yeah, so fantastic. Beside the seat. All right, so we've been able to raise a lot of travel professionals who have been able to, you know, build career, a successful one in the travel and tourism industry. And we have the automobile company, which is other arm of the business, among others. So basically, we're here to share with you as very young people who have been able to make impactful impact in the industry, okay, in our own little way. And the essence is just to give you a brief of what we have done in time past, what we've been able to do successfully, what our own challenges were, and we're able to share ideas and rub minds with you, and you can flow with us. And most importantly, we're going to tell you what you can do to be successful and what our foresights are. And this is a very big platform that I and Mr. Motosha have been able to find ourselves this afternoon. Please help me give him a round of applause once again. So what I have done is just a brief of who I am. In the course of the conversation, we will continue to tell you how we started and all of that. So let's take it very quickly from here. Mr. Omotosho, please tell us, who is Mr. Akim Omotosho?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Omotosho Akim Olamilekan, and I would like to use this media opportunity to congratulate the world-famous tourism in the world. Congratulations on this amazing program. So it's not an easy something to organize a cultural tourism program in Nigeria, especially in Nigeria. You know, we have a lot of challenges, especially when it comes to tourism. But for someone to put on something like this in Nigeria and in Africa entirely is something. Please, can you give a round of applause for them, please? So once again, my name is Omotosho Akim Olamilekan. I'm the CEO of Omotosho Travels and Tours and Omotosho Explorer, based in Kwara State. So I started my tourism career in Kwara State. So I've been promoting Kwara State for the past 12 years now, and I'm so much proud of it. Kwara State is an amazing destination. Although I'm not from Kwara State, I'm from Osun State. I was born and raised up in Kwara State. So when I want to start my tourism career, I talk to myself that, I want to go to school, but I don't know what to do because I have passion and I have love for my country. So I want to do something that will put the love of my country in my mind. That's why I think I need to go into tourism, because if I'm promoting tourism, the passion and the love of my country will be in my mind. So that's the reason why I go into tourism. So, and there's no really more finance and money like that and capital to go into movement around from different places to another. And I talk to myself, I can start this thing within my environment. So that is the reason why I started in Kwara State and I started in Ilorin. I've been promoting Ilorin, I promote Kwara, Waterfall, ACM Museum, the National Museums, and all the tourist destination in Kwara State, and I'm proud.
That's interesting. My very first time visiting Kwara State was sometime in October, November 2024, and I visited the EXPO Museum. I must tell you, it's a very fantastic place. All right. Before I go into details about telling the how I actually started my own career in the travel industry, I would like you to briefly tell us the tour sites in Ilorin and how you've been able to promote these tour destinations.
Yes, Ilorin is an amazing and a beautiful destination. Ilorin is an heterogeneous community. It's a community that is made of different culture, different people from different tribes. Ilorin is divided by tribes, but is united by religion. What I mean by that is that Ilorin people, they are Muslim, 100% of Ilorin citizens are Muslim. Most of the Christians that stay there are not Ilorin citizens. But most of them, they come from all different parts of Nigeria. You have Kanuri in Ilorin, you have Yoruba, you have the Tapa, you have Nupi, and you have other tribes from Nigeria, which they have their own house in Ilorin. But the kings of Ilorin is a Fulani man, so they may come from the Sokoto dynasty, which is the emir of Ilorin, Shehu. But one beautiful thing about Ilorin is that in the emir's palace of Ilorin, they do the northern culture, but when you're in the palace of Ilorin, you see them speaking Yoruba. The Yoruba language is the language they speak there, which is one of the most beautiful things that make that destination interesting. Whenever you visit Ilorin, what they do in the Emir's Palace of Kano, Emir's Palace in Zaria, Emir's Palace in Bauchi, is the same thing they do in the Emir's Palace of Ilorin. But one of the most beautiful things that make it unique is the language they speak. So you make it different. So if someone wants to sell Ilorin or want to sell Emir's Palace of Ilorin, the only thing you're going to tell them that the uniqueness is the language. It's different from the language they speak in the northern part of Nigeria. So Ilorin is an amazing destination. We have a lot of beautiful destinations in Ilorin. The Dada Poultry Center, which is the largest poultry center in Ilorin, they have the largest concentrations of women workers in Nigeria. 95% of the people who are working there, who are moving the pots, they are all women. And the people, they're trying to give the legacy and pass it to the young generation that are coming. Also, another beautiful destination that is in Ilorin is the Ashoke Weaving Center. So there is no Yoruba wedding somebody wants to do today without putting on Ashoke. A lot of people used to say that Iseyin in Oyo State, I'm very sorry for this. A lot of people used to say that Iseyin in Oyo State is the home of Ashoke, but Ilorin is the home of Ashoke because every quarters in the ancient parts of Ilorin, you see a weavers. You see a weavers. If it's not 1, 2, or 3, so I'm saying this not because I'm in Oyo State, but every quarters you see in Ilorin, you see somebody that weave Ashoke. So, and one of the most beautiful, one of the largest sites in Ilorin, if someone wants to go there to visit Alaru Weaving Center, and they also have a potters also. And there's one another beautiful destination in Ilorin, which is the Sobi Hills. Sobi Hills is just like Olumaro. When you're on top of Olumaro, you have the privilege to see the beautiful cities of Ilorin, just like the Bar Tower in Ibadan here. So there's a lot of beautiful destinations in Nigeria that shared a lot of similarities. And one beautiful thing about Ilorin is that there's these beautiful festivals they celebrate in northern Nigeria, Durbar festivals. So a lot of people are saying that they may not have the privilege to go to the up north, because to me, I used to see Ilorin as down north because of the similarities with the Yorubas and the border. But from here to Ilorin is not really like you want to go to Kano, what you're going to spend is not going to be much. So, and if you want to experience Durbar, Ilorin is another beautiful destination to experience that. Thank you.
That was a very fantastic brief as to what Ilorin has to offer. I can't wait to be there again, all right? So let me tell you brief, because we're just two here, so we do not have a lot of panelists here on board, and I would have to do the engagement within the two of us. All right. So I was to tell you earlier how I started my journey. I know we've met a couple of times, more than about 7 or 8 years now. I remember we were inducted into the Tourism 100 Club together some 7 or 8 years ago. We have won numerous awards together at Abuja, Jabama, and other places here. So now, I started my journey about some 18 years ago. All right, and how did I find myself in the industry? It wasn't an accident. I think it is just by what God has destined, or let me say it is fate. Right, so I was actually working as a cleaner in a travel agency. All right, so I was dusting and cleaning and all of those, tidying the office space. So at some point I just saw, then that was the days of paper tickets, when they have to issue paper tickets to travel with only paper tickets and stuff like that. So then GDA was newly introduced into Nigeria, and it is only expatriates that has to come into the country then, to issue flight ticket. Long story short, I just saw this man from Bangladesh, that's a country beside India, who was brought into the country. They housed him, they did all sorts, and they made him the manager of the travel company. So long story short, this man was working on the GDS Sunday, and I said, I like this thing you are pressing. Show me how to go about all of these stuffs. And he said, there's no way you can get to know it except you go to an aviation school where they can train you. Now I'm coming somewhere. Now the bottom line here is, I started that year, and I went to an aviation school as far back as 2007, and the journey continued. And to the glory of God, I went to aviation school, I did my internship, worked with different companies, and boom, here I am today as the CEO of Airport Travels. Now, this is a current trend in the tourism industry, because we were telling your story as to how you started. There was no money and stuff like that. Now, let's talk about what the current situation of the youth are in this current age. We are youths. Taiwo Kende, who are the host of this conference and expo, are young people like ourselves, and there are a lot of innovations that are bringing on board. The youth of today are now very tech savvy. We are now IT inclined, even though we are not Gen Zs. At least we are millennials, and we still have some sort of knowledge as to what the current trend are at the moment. So the bottom line here is, let's talk about the challenges, because that's basically why we're here. We want to give people further insight as to how to make a career in this industry. We're going to share a lot of insights, both of us, and we'll let them know what the benefits are, okay? Before we talk about the future, let's talk about what do you think the challenges are, particularly for the youths of today.
Thank you. About the awards that he made mention, my first award in travels and tourism, I have it here in Ibadan at the National Museum's courtesy of Travel School. And that was my first award in tourism, and I can never forget that. And awards and series of accolades from different brands in Nigeria and in Africa also. So about what it made mention, the challenges youth are facing in tourism. If somebody wants to promote tourism in Nigeria, first thing, you have to have passion. If you don't have passion, promoting tourism is not possible. Tourism is not something that you do without passion, without dedication, without commitment. It's not just about finance. You must have time. And one of the major challenges that we have also is the discouragement from people. A lot of people, when I started my tourism career, my dad is a Muslim. He went to Hajj twice. And the first place I went to is Osun Osogbo Festival. My dad was talking to me, he's like, wow, you, Oma Laji, Osun Osogbo. Like, what is that? I was like, Dad, this is what I want to do. I have passion for this thing, and I'm going to do it. And the name Omotosho is my dad's name. It's not even my name. So when I'm promoting the brand Omotosho today, a lot of people don't even know my name is Olamileka or Akim. So everywhere I go to, they call me Omotosho. When the Kwara State government first gave me an award, it was my dad that went there to receive the award. And on that day, he was so proud. And I tell him that this is what I tell you back then. So some of the things our youth used to face in tourism is the discouragement from parents, and also the society pressure, and also religion pressure also. A lot of people will be like, tourism, if you want to be promoting tourism, though tourism is divided into different categories. We have heritage, we have culture, we have recreation, we have leisure, we have, there's a lot of different type of tourism. It depends on what you want to do. But a lot of people don't know. Tourism is not just about moving from one places to another. There's a lot of activities to do. What we are doing here today is still tourism. It's still under educational tourism and it's still under experience tourism. And without education, education is one of the major problems that youth, if you don't have the knowledge, there is no way you promote tourism. So you cannot just go like, yeah, I want to just go and copy pictures online, videos online, and be promoting stuff without doing stuff. You need to go to all those destinations, see them. So although it may be very difficult to move around, and because of some of the security challenges and all those stuff, and finance like that, but if someone wants to move around in Nigeria, the first thing you need to do is have the information. In any way you want to go to Nigeria, there is a people there that know about that destination. You cannot just go to the destination like, I know that this is my country now, I can just go to anywhere, I just explore anywhere. You need to reach out to people to have the information about how destination is all about. What they do, I've been out of learning for the past 3 days now. What they are doing in Ilorin now, I don't know. There are some things that I might see online that I don't know. If I want to know some things about Ilorin, I have to ask the people who are back home. So information is very important, that if anybody wants to go to anything, and education is very important for a youth to have if you want to go into tourism. Thank you.
That was a very impressive one. Thank you very much. Let me also add that one of the challenges that we have, he has mentioned something that is very valid, and which one of the things that resonates with me the most, particularly for the purpose for which I established Airport College of Aviation and Travel Management. Right. Interestingly, I saw a gap between professionalism and the quacks in the travel industry, so to say. Because when a lot of people came to me many years ago, and that's one reason why I actually started a college. They come to me, I need a job, I want to do this, I want to do that. And, you know, I had to eventually, because one of the things I do when I was working in my company is I am not lazy. This is no pride. I'm very committed, I'm very innovative. So I take my time even to make further researches on my job and put my colleagues together in the office, then train them on, okay, this is the current trend in industry. You know, I will share insights in our meetings and stuff like that. So when I started my travel company far back as 2014, then people do reach out to me, Giddy Boss, please, I need insights on how to get a job. I tell them, you have to go to a school. You have to get trained. The same thing I was told some 7 years ago as a then. I tell them, you have to go to the school. So at some point, we started a college, and to the glory of God, when we started with 8 students, far back as 2016 then. In this house, if I'm to count 1, 2, 3, I should be able to count an average of about 5 people who have gone through airports and are trained today as travel professionals. So the bottom line here is, a lot of people do not also understand that the industry is a very broad industry. You cannot be a generalist. You must be a specialist. There's one particular thing we know the twins for, okay? And this is promoting tourism. They will not venture into and promoting Nigerian tourism. And interestingly, they've been able to take Nigeria not only to states from one state to another, but they've taken it internationally. I understand some other countries come around, talk to them. We need to put this together. I remember Uganda and the likes. They have to support. I remember the first edition, they were here, they supported this conference. So the bottom line here is, everybody should have a niche for themselves. I have carved a niche. You have carved a niche for yourself in promoting Ilorin as a destination. If anybody is talking about Ilorin now, the only person or one of the few persons that comes to my mind is Omotosho. And of the truth, I really do not know you as Akim or Olamilekon. What I know you as is Omotosho. And if aviation training is to be talked about here in Nigeria, to an extent, airports is going to be acknowledged. So now, this is emphasizing on the fact that there's a need for you to be a specialist and not a generalist. All right? And let me also add that there's a need for everybody to understand the fact that The industry is so broad. You cannot do all things. You can't be a jack of all trade. Okay? A few of us are graced to be, versatile, to do a couple of things together, depending on our capacity. And not everybody has such capacity. So, wanting to copycat has led a lot of people into trouble, and they could not find their ground in the industry, so they withdraw. And let me also add this too. It is important to understand that there's something they call certificates and certificates. What do I call it? Certificates and certificates. Now, a lot of people want to just acquire knowledge. And I let them know when they come to my school particularly that what is most important is the skill you are acquiring. Know your onions. When you know your onions, you'll be respected for it.
Of different cultures, different tribes. Even in Southwest, we may be speaking Yoruba, we're different. The cultures and what the language they speak in Ibadan here is different from what they speak in Ilorin. Likewise, the first time I was in Ondo State, I was lost because all the language was different. What I hear in Dare is different from what I hear in Ilaje and Akungba and Ondo Town and Akure. I was like, is this same Ondo State? Wow. So the future for tourism is so bright because I have the privilege, I was brought up in the north, in Adamawa State and Taraba State and some part of Plateau State. So I have the privilege to see different cultures and different tribes and different things. Although back then I don't know what tourism is all about. So tourism is something that is so rich, that is so, the futures of tourism in Nigeria is so bright. About a lot of people don't know what the future is all about now presently, but because of the challenges and the securities we're having in the industry, but there is no way somebody will promote tourism without having the knowledge and the passion. And the first thing we need to do as a Nigerian youth, there is one norms about us in this country that is very bad for our youth. A lot of youth in Nigeria, about 70% of youth in Nigeria today, if any negative things happen now today, a lot of youth that are on social media, especially those one on Twitter, they post it immediately. Those are the places they trend negative news about Nigeria and on social media. But if something happened positive in Nigeria today, you will not see them post it, which is very bad. It's a very bad image for our country. But maybe a lot of them don't have the privilege to travel out of the country yet. So that's the reason they don't know how blessed this country is. We may be facing our challenges, but this country is an amazing destination and we are so blessed. So the future for tourism is bright. And the first thing somebody needs to have, you need to have love for your country before. So you need to be positive about this country. No matter what is happening, you are Nigerian first before anything. Thank you.
That was interesting. Let me also add, before we give our final closing remark, is just like he said, I will further reiterate that there are a lot of beautiful places in Nigeria that we can explore. It is good that we all want to Japa, an average Nigerian wants to Japa, but I can tell you that we should appreciate what is our own. Visit the local cuisines, appreciate. I was talking to my PA last week, and I told him, see, one of the things I do for myself is, if you go to my shoe rack, 95% of my shoes are Nigerian made. Okay? So appreciate our own, celebrate your fellow Nigerians, and do what you can possibly do. Don't wait all on government. The future of the youth, the future of Nigeria is dependent on the youth. And just like rightly said, let's spread the gospel of this country rather than the negative news. So what's your final remark for the youth as to what the future holds and what they need to do to make Nigeria a better place?
Yes, what the youth need to do to make Nigeria a better place is, firstly, you just have to be positive. So don't think about, if you want to Japa, there is something a lot of people don't know. The way we pay, they pay tax in other parts of the country, that's not the way they pay tax in Nigeria. There's one beautiful thing about this country. If someone have money in Nigeria, you will not want to leave Nigeria because Nigeria is a very beautiful place to live. But if you don't have that money, you'll be thinking about how to japa. Imagine how somebody will have like 5 million naira in his account or more than that, and you still be thinking of how to relocate to another country where you can use that money to invest in Nigeria to make the country great. There is a lot of business someone can do. You don't need to start big, you can start small. For somebody like me, I started from Ilorin, and today I'm promoting Destination Nigeria, and it's something big I'm so much proud of. So I don't know a lot of things about this country before, but when I started into tourism, I started from my own local environment. So I promote Ilorin as a destination, but from Ilorin, I've been moving around. So I have a page which is Incredible Nigerian Tourism on Facebook. So that's where I promote most of my tourism platform about Nigeria. So what the youth need to do is that they need to believe in this country first, and they need to believe, if you say Nigeria is not good, you as a youth, you are not good also because you are part of the country. This is not just about the government or the country. To make this country great, we all have a role to play. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And we'll be closing this session. And we hope that one of the things I will leave as a remark for everyone here seated is, please, knowledge is not only limited to what you know. The world, not just Nigeria, not just this industry, the world is evolving on a daily. Please, whatever you have known may not be applicable in the world of today. Please endeavor to unlearn, keep learning, and relearn. That's one of the things that you need to know. There's a whole lot to enjoy. Attend conferences. We need to organize sessions where we can, share ideas and stuff like that. So I want to encourage everyone here today. And thank you for listening to us. And we hope to see you on a good day again. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, please put your hands together for Giddy Boss, Dr. Gideon, and our brother Hakeem. One of the things that I've discovered about we Nigerian youth is that whatever you want to say about us will remain a youth. Are we not youth? Answer. We still remain youth. And Dr. Lalere, I won't give you the microphone so that you won't say what you said just now. All right, so please, it's an exciting discussion that has to be taken further, like my brother said, in so many other platforms that we find ourselves. And it's an opened industry. That's the essence of what they've told us, that we can actually prosper there and we can be of positive influence. Our officers from the Nigerian National Park Services will be, as I told you the other time, that it's a convergence of people from all over the country, from Edo State, Taraba State, Niger State, Oyo State, Maiduguri, Borno, and the rest of them. They have a presentation, but in the meantime, let me announce to you that they came here with a gamut of, what do you call them? Materials, artifacts, and the first time I was seeing the head of an elephant, a dead one anyway. You know, I saw the bone, was just last year. And I saw it there with a tusk. I saw some of those memorial stuffs, you know, when you talk about the horn of different animals, you know, the hides and everything. So please, the exhibition is still very much open. I guess it's after their presentation that they will have to pack it up to leave. So I'm going to invite them very shortly to please make their presentation. But quickly, permit me to say to us that we have the Secretary of the National Association of Nigerian Travel Agencies, NANTA, in the house this morning, in person of Mr. Temitokpe Ogunosebikon. Please put your hands together for him. He's one man that likes to be in hiding. But I admire it, especially, you know, when you're very, very handsome. You don't like to flaunt your beauty all the time. We also have, all the way from Masterfield Travels, Abeokuta, Honorable Isaiah Olabiwoninu. Where is he? He's not in the house. I was just going to tell him, I remember the story. A friend of mine gave birth to a son, and he said he's going to name the baby Oluwajumilo. And then the friend came and said, Maso Oluwajumilo jo, so ni Oluwajuwonlo. Awoda. He said, Emi goti moje baba e Oluwajumilo ni. So it's not Oluwajuwonlo, Oluwajuemiganlo. Ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to also recognize very specially one of our scholars in the house. I announced his name before he came, but he's already here. And that's the head of Department of Tourism, the Polytechnic IBADAN, Dr. Kola Lawal. Thank you very much for making it here. We were chatting the other time, and he just told me that even the Polytechnic IBADAN started a colloquium on this same subject matter. And I believe that they are going to be reaching out to us, you know, over and over. You want to say something? Okay, that's another HOD from them. Oh, yes, I understand that Dr. Kolalawa is also the ASUP chairman of the Polytechnic Ibadan. Please, you'd like to add your feathers. You earned it. Thank you very much. All right, so it's now time for the presentation of the National Park Services. And representing the Conservator General, Dr. Goni Ibrahim Musa, one more time, please make welcome CP Emmanuel Otuyang for the presentation. Put your hands together for my brother. Thank you.
Thank you very much once again. Let me join all of us here to still thank the wonderful twins. Without initiative, we will not be here. I think that this is some of the things that we expect young Nigerians to be engaged in. They've made us as Nigerians proud, and I guess they've made you people, particularly those from Oyo State, proud. Please put your hands together for the young twins. I said yesterday that we were here and we did not underrate the little beginning. We are here again. This practically shows our support for not just the creative initiative of the youth. It shows our support for tourism development in Nigeria. It shows our support for the conservation of the natural space. Nigeria is an awesomely beautiful country, incredibly rich. If you stay in your corner of the country, you may not know how beautiful and how richly endowed our country is. Especially in those natural capital, those natural resources. Especially in those natural resources, those beautiful natural endowments, those treasures that are hidden inside sometimes very remote part of the country, and we do not get to see them easily unless you get there. I know that for some of us here in the cosmopolitan city of Ibadan, and for those of us who also stay in Lagos, we may not know that there's a place called Gashaka Gumti National Park. I'm not sure some of us know. But that place is Nigeria's best kept secret. It is the most beautiful landscape in this country. It is the only location in this country that you have 5 different ecosystems in one place. It is that location that you have the highest peak in Nigeria, that location. Of course, I know you know Mambila Plateau. The highest altitude in Nigeria is in that place. So if we stay in Ibadan and stay here, we may not understand or know what God has done for our country. It is for that reason that the National Park Service has come to partner with the other tourism stakeholders to reveal the beauty of Nigeria, to invite you to explore Nigeria, to invite you to love Nigeria, to invite you to support natural resource conservation. It is for that reason the National Park Service has given support to this particular travel market on 2 different occasions. We want Nigerians to value Nigeria. We want Nigerians to appreciate the resources, the endowments of this country, particularly now that the population of the country is growing faster and the resources are getting smaller. Nigeria National Park Service is a paramilitary organization. A paramilitary organization, of course, you can see all of us on uniform. We bear arms. We are created by government. We are created by the federal government through the Act of the Parliament, Act 46, Law of the Federation of Nigeria, 2010. We are like any other paramilitary organization. We bear arms. And we bear arms to enable us effectively deliver on our mandate. And what is this mandate? The mandate of the National Park is to protect, conserve, and preserve the ecological integrity of the country and all the other attributes therein. You may want to ask, what really is a national park? I am sure for some of us, we hear national park, national park. Some will think motor park. That probably will be the first thing that. But the national park are unique locations. There are different definitions of national park, but the one by International Union of Conservation of Nature has it that it's a relatively large area of land or sea where one or several ecosystems are materially unaltered by human exploitation or occupation, where plants and animals, species, morphological sites, habitats, scientific, educational, and recreational interests, where the highest competent of legal authority in the country is in control, and where visitors are allowed to enter under special conditions for inspirational, educational, cultural, and recreational purposes. What that simply means is that the national parks are unique locations created by federal government. That means that states cannot create national parks. Only the federal government can create national parks. It is therefore in the exclusive legislative list of the Constitution. However, of course, we know the Land Use Act. The land is in the hands of the states. It is the state that invites the federal government to take over a reserve and elevate it to the status of a national park, because that reserve, which is gazetted, is of unique biological, unique historical, unique archaeological value. We will not bore you with the issues that border on the definition, but we'll take you straight to where these national parks are in the country. At the moment, we have 7 national parks, 17 national parks. We had 7 before. The former president, President Muhammadu Buhari, graciously established 10 new national parks. But let me reel out those national parks and where they are. Of course, there's Chad Basin National Park. One of those officers came from Chad Basin National Park. Chad Basin National Park is in Borno and Yobe State. It is a 2,258 square kilometer of land. In Chad Basin National Park, you have animals like giraffe, elephants, gazelles, all those areas, all those species of animals that sometimes are found in the Sahel, found in the desert, are the animals that are found in Chad Basin National Park. You know, visitors, particularly international visitors, are excited about specific species, and their interests may not be your interest. So Nigeria, we are lucky to have a full complement of the ecosystems being national parks. What that simply means is that in Nigeria, we have a marine national park in Bayelsa. There are actually 2 national parks in Bayelsa, newly created. We also have rainforest national parks. We have one in Cross River called the Cross River National Park. And that park is the richest part of Nigeria's biodiversity. What that simply means is that the preponderance of plants and animals is more there than any other part of Nigeria. That means that That park has more species of animals and more species of plants than anywhere in Nigeria. So that park is under the National Park Service. We are proudly the custodians of our country's natural heritage, country's natural treasures. It is that park that is also classified as one of the 25 biodiversity hotspots in the world. That means in the whole world, when you talk of biodiversity hotspots, Nigeria is also represented by having that park. It is, at the moment, a candidate for World Heritage Site and also currently declared a Man and Biosphere Reserve. All these are important attributes to show that they are the park is of global significance, to show that the park is being recognized globally and its importance is known across the world. And that park is under the bosom of the National Park Service. We also have the Gashaka-Gumti National Park. The Gashaka-Gumti National Park I have mentioned here, where you have the highest peak in Nigeria. You have different ecosystems from the mountain to a bit of rainforest, to a bit of savanna, to a bit of wetlands, all of that in one national park. And let me say here that when you see these vegetations, we are not just protecting the vegetation for the sake of it. We also know that our world is currently being challenged by the issues of climate change. You know the role of vegetation to ameliorating the consequences of climate change. We know that it is this vegetation, it is these plants that have become carbon sink. All the dangerous carbons that are being emitted are being trapped by the plants. That's where the carbon is sequestrated. So you see the national park with all the large areas, all the vegetation. We're not just doing conservation for the sake of it, but conservation for the benefit of it. These parks are the gene pool. Today, if you go to some locations, you won't find some animals that you used to know. Most animals, or some animals, have gone extinct. And if nothing is done, even the ones that are still available will go extinct. Population, man interest in food, man interest in hide and skin and all of that has affected that very important aspect of our creation. It is the national park that has helped to conserve most of these very unique species. Even the plants, the herbs we use for medicine. I'm glad that the people of Southwest are very traditional people. Even your medicine is mostly traditional. If we do not have these herbs, if these herbs have been destroyed, if estates, houses, other development needs have taken over that space, tomorrow we will pay for it. Our health will pay for it. Our children will pay for it. So conservation is a wise use of these resources so that when we enjoy today, when we benefit today, our children and their own children will also see those things and benefit. Well, of course, we have Kainji Lake National Park. Kanji Lake National Park is in Niger State, and a bit of it in Kwara. It is 5,382 square kilometers. That park is the flagship species, or flagship national park in Nigeria. And of course, it is the park that I want to invite you to visit. I'm not saying that other national parks, of course, very, very good, but because that one is not far from here, we also invite you to explore and see lions in their natural habitat. None of these things is in a cage. We have Oloyo National Park, your own national park. The very celebrated Oloyo National Park, where some of you here do not even know your own park. But you go to East Africa, you go to Central Africa, you don't know the one that is here. And you do not know that what you have there, you have a better one here. Please let us love ourselves. Let us love our country. Let us value what we have. Oloyo is a unique park. You are a people of history, a people of culture. Oloyo preserves that for you. You are a people who love vegetation. Those wonderful vegetations are there in Oloyo. Then we have Kamuku National Park, another unique park in Kaduna State, and then Okomu National Park. But please let me quickly, in a few minutes I'll be done, let me quickly inform you of the 10 new national parks. You know, because one of them is in Southwest, here in Osun State, your neighbors. So we, as a service, are willing to partner with the state government to declare as many places national parks. It is for the benefit of yourselves, and it's for the benefit of this country. So we have Alawa National Park. That one is in Niger State again. That means the state has 2 national parks. Apoi National Park, of course I said Bayelsa, they have 2 national parks. Edumedu and Apoi are in Bayelsa. Fogore is in Kanu. Hadeja Wetlands is in Jigawa. Kampe is in Kwara. Kogo National Park is in Katsina. Mahai National Park in Nasarawa. Oba Hills National Park is our neighbor here, Osun State. And of course, Pandam National Park. Now, let me say this in conclusion, that these national parks are the natural home of the country's ecological resources. That means as we do ecotourism, of course we know that ecotourism is the tourism for Africa. Many white people don't come to Africa to do sports. They don't come to Africa for your cuisines. They don't come to Africa to sleep in your beautiful hotels. They come because they want to see the natural beauty of Africa, and that's ecotourism. And that's what National Park does for the country. We are the country's foremost ecotourism agency. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, CP Emmanuel, for that beautiful, beautiful sensitization. I don't know why there are not more photographers here today. Some people will be in Dugbe now. They will say they are not making sales. If you snap, okay, please let the entire team join them. So how are you going to snap yourself? Cut and paste? Or copy and paste? Please join quickly. Please, Chairman, you may wish to join our men. Chairman, sir. Chairman, sir. Please, you may wish to join them. Thank you. And you know, I've announced 2 departments from the Polytechnic Ibadan that are here. And somebody came to me and said, they wouldn't know that you were also here. So I want to celebrate all the students from the tourism department. of the University of Ibadan. Put your hands together for yourselves. Thank you. Somebody added a vibe. All right, thank you. In the meantime, as they go to their seats, let me announce that a Honda car, Honda JJJ713BL, Honda car JJJ713BL. You may need to attend to your car now. JJJ713BL Honda car. And I also want to appreciate the presence and recognize one of our travel gurus from Lagos State, Mr. Ayo Ogunbiyi. He's in the house. Please, a round of applause for Mr. Ogunbiyi. Thank you very much. All right, okay, yes, is there at the Nanta stand. Thank you very much, Mr. Ogunbiyi. Now, I decided to, go to the exhibition stand upstairs while CP Emmanuel was speaking. And I saw a few things, and they are not yet packing, so please, you can avail yourself the opportunity to see that. For the first time in my life, I am seeing the egg of an ostrich. But it looks like the one I saw there is empty. Because when I watched the gods are not, the gods are crazy, or what film was that? There was a man that was boiling ostrich egg to eat. So I was going to ask how edible it is. If you take one, you are done for the whole day. Ladies and gentlemen, one of our sponsors for today, also here, he is a specialist when it comes to waterways, waterfronts, boat cruising, and all the rest. And I think it's one thing that we should take very, very seriously in your state, especially also for our transportation. And so, to speak for the next 2 minutes, please welcome Prince Somi Bamidele of the Royal Entertainment Boat Cruise, LA in Ibadan. Please put your hands together don't mind that he's not wearing his life jacket. We will talk about that when you come over.
Good, I don't even know because the place is very cold and everybody is good afternoon, everybody. Permit me to stand on the existing protocol. I want to appreciate the twins for coming up with this. We are still in the mood of tourism. I want to really appreciate them for coming up with this. This is a product of uncommon sense. It's not a product of common sense. Uncommon sense in the sense that if you keep doing something with common sense, you're going to get a common result. But if you are doing something with uncommon sense, you're going to get uncommon results. And that implies to what happens to us as well. My name is Dr. Somi Bamidele. I'm the CEO of Royal Entertainment Cruise. Maybe we should just enjoy this one first before I just do my, it's just some few minutes. Well, let's be watching it at the background, and I want to just implore us that what we have around us is enough for us to make a fortune if you can just look inwardly. LA that we have in Ibadan, the difference between LA and Thames River in UK, you can quote me anyway. I mean Thames River in UK is just they have developed buildings all around Thames. They have boat cruises all around. Then they have London Bridge, they have London High. That's just the difference between LA Waterworks and Thames River in UK. So we have to just look in, well, like I said, this is a product of uncommon sense, because people keep asking us, how do you come to this level of citing something like this? I just look at it, what is the essence of us traveling? Most of us that we do travel here and there. And going outside the country, we pay a fortune for what we have, even in our home country. You pay a lot of money. I was telling the HOD tourism department in Polytechnic about that. While I was in Paris, I spent 28 euro to buy a burger that I can, even if they want to sell it for me at 10,000 naira in Nigeria, yeah, I'll be complaining. But because it's from a foreign land, though I hate it and I feel like this is just something I will have gotten much more better value for back home. So if you don't appreciate what we have within our domain, we just be spending the hard-earned money over something that is not too as valuable as what we have in what. Royal Entertainment Cruise, we have all form of boat cruises, and we are still working on getting something much more better in which you can do your party on water. People do have go to Lagos. And let me just tell you, apart from Lagos, Southwest, as far as Southwest is concerned, this is the only inland waterway tourism venture we have in Southwest, which is in Ibadan here. We are just trying to change the narrative of Ibadan. Ibadan used to be a town with the brown roof, but now we now have Lekki even in Ibadan. I do tell people, Ashejuni Lekki, okay. So if you want to come for any features you want to come here for, you have everything there. You have our boat cruises, we have our paintball, we have kayak, we have pedal boat. We have our features for kids as well, trampoline and all other features that can make life much more meaningful to us. I do say we have a form of games as well. We have paintball, we have VR games that can make life much more meaningful. So please, this Easter period we are entering into, we won't mind to have you as one of our customers. And I'm saying this on behalf of our company. I don't know how they are going to do the selection. I think I'm giving out 2 trips of boat cruise to participants that are here. I don't know how they're going to do the selection. A trip is just a maximum of 6. So which means we'll be expecting 12 people to come and have a ride with us at Elele. Thank you so much.
Okay, so since you said you are giving boat cruise to how many people? 6 men? Or is it 6 couples? You don't know the criteria? Okay, so this is how I'm going to do it. If you are interested, I'm going to take 6 men. No, I'm going to give the twins 4 to use your discretion. Then we're going to do 8 here. Chairman, please. Okay, King Jackie, Chairman, pick away. All right, please, Chairman. You've been asked to step forward. So, Chairman, you're going to be, are you interested in the boat cruise? You will go there, okay, to join you. Okay, so the first 4 men that comes out, I'm going to count you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Otikwe, 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 Otikwe. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the 4 men. You are interested, we'll take your details and then when you will go. So
there's controversy. So I'm speaking with him now. That 12, you have selected 12, right? So now,
he will now say something. Oh, yeah, speak.
No, you are still going to pick your 12. Life is all about giving, impact. Our rate for cruise is 25,000 naira per trip, which is for maximum of 6. But for the sake of this gathering, those who are interested but are not fortunate enough to be among the selected 12, they can have their own trip of maximum of 6 at the rate of 20,000 naira instead of 25,000 naira.
Okay, so another 6, Abi?
Instead of the usual rate or the regular rate of 25,000 naira. So we are discounting it to people that are planning to come from here at the rate of 20,000 naira per.
All right, so we have categories now. And this is it. The chairman and honorable, they said they're also interested, but they will gladly come with their own team and pay. You understand? Now, these 4 men, you want to add another one?
As long as you are here, be it chairman, be it chairperson, and you want to come, but you are not among the 12 selected, you are going to enjoy that discounted price as well.
Chairman, sir, even you are already discounted. Honorable is discounted. Everybody here is discounted. Please, 1, 2, 3, 4. Join whoever is his aide, and then put down your names. So these are the 4 people. Join them. Join him. So these are 4 people of the 12. 4 of 12. Now I want another 4 of 12 that will be females to join the chairman now. 1, 2, 3, 4. No controversy. Esharain Johnny. Chairman, you are so blessed. So all of you like fun so much. All right. So Prince Bamidele, these are the next 4 of the 12. So please, the 4 of you, go and join them. Go and join them. Your name, your phone number, and when you are going to join. So, Mr. Chairman, please, thank you very much. You may take your seat. Now, we have done 8 of 12. Okay, please, I understand that we have in the house Engineer Abiodun Ademola, the MD CEO of Bina Tech Engineering Services Limited. We want to celebrate you. Engineer Ademola, where are you? Is Engineer Ademola there? All right. The reason why we are doing everything this way is because we want to close latest by 2 p.m. And we want everybody to have a full complement of every activity for today. And so to come up for the next paper presentation is my brother. And I must tell you that he's actually supposed to have come first. But you know, because of his large heart and in his capacity as a co-host of this program, he has allowed all the movements and rearrangements. And after him, we're still going to have the Nigeria Immigration Services. And I could see my brother, the Prince, who is in the house, the Prince himself. So now we are taking the Okeogun Green Revolution, unearthing the prosperity of our land through tourism. And we are glad to have the project coordinator in our midst. He was here yesterday. He is here today. The project coordinator of Okeogun Green Revolution. Please make welcome to the microphone, Oloye Bola Olalere. You're welcome. Please clap for him, clap for him, clap for him. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. As the chairman of today's occasion and all other protocol duly observed, I bring you greetings from Okeogun. Okeogun is the part of Oyo North and is part of Oyo State. For a very long time, Okeogun has been misrepresented as the food basket of Oyo State. But we have more than food. We also have several tourist attractions. About 8 years ago, I visited the United States Embassy. I wanted to obtain visa to travel to United States, but I was denied the visa. When the guy that was interviewing me asked me, what are the things you want to do in United States? I remember I mentioned, I want to go to Colorado. I learned that there are 2 suspended lakes in the world. There is one in Colorado, and there is one in Oyo State, in Ado, Hawaii. And I told the guy, I'm from Okeogun. One is very close to my community. I was thinking he will use that to have mercy on me or to consider me for the visa. But he still denied me the visa. So I left the embassy very angrily. And I was wondering, when I was going back to my house in Ajah, I was saying, so what's the big deal about the one in Colorado? Since we also have one that's very close to my compound. And I discover what is different about the one they have in Colorado. The one they have in Colorado is well developed. Every year, hundreds of thousands of tourists visit the place. So out of my hunger,
hello.
I now discover that.
Hello, Hoover. Hello, Mr. Digun. Can you hear me?
In Colorado. So I called some of my guys that were from Okeogun, and we started a movement we call Okeogun Green Revolution. Our main intention of the Green Revolution is to enhance the prosperity on our land through agribusiness, which we are already doing very well. And we also discovered that this tourism potential that we have, we can also make good of it by developing it so that people in America will also be asking for visa to come and see it. So when I come back home, I met with the KBC, the Alado.
Are we good?
I didn't know my experience at the embassy, but I was just surprised at my sudden passion for Iyake suspended leave. And he said, oh, good.
Okay, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Can we meet you, sir?
My name is CP Emmanuel Ntuyang. I am the spokesperson for National Park Service.
Sir, what can you tell us about the National Park Service of Ibadan?
Well, at this travel market, our presence underscores our commitment to tourism development, especially ecotourism, and to emphasize that Nigerian national parks are the custodians of the country's ecological resources and treasures. So we are here to let Nigerians know, particularly Nigerians from the Southwest, to know and value the resources that are in the national park and take time out to visit national park and prioritize Nigeria, prioritize the endowments that God has given Nigeria, because the national parks belong to all of us, and we have a duty and a responsibility to support natural resource conservation, to visit our national parks and be proud of those endowments.
And KBC said, you are going to be the chairman of the organizing committee.
I'm done.
Okay, sir, I noticed you've been here with us since yesterday, and today event, we would like to know, what is the experience like today? compared to yesterday?
I must thank the organizers on behalf of my boss, the Conservator General of National Park Service, Dr. Ibrahim Goni, who wanted to be here personally, but other pressing official duties called. We've been here since yesterday, but I think that this exhibition has a future. This organization has a vision for tourism development. We've seen the number of very critical tourism practitioners who have participated here. When you go for the exhibition pavilion, you see the array of organizations that have come to display their contributions to national tourism development. We in the national park, we are the custodians of Nigeria ecotourism products, most of the Nigerian ecotourism products. So we are very important and critical members of the tourism community. We support this because this is the way to go. Nigeria needs to value the natural resources. Nigeria needs to prioritize visiting Nigerian national parks. These parks are for all of us. These parks are not only for foreigners. Nigerians should take advantage of the resources. It is in the national parks that you can still see elephants, lions, buffaloes. It is in the national park you can see gorilla. It is in the national park you see warthog, other very, very charismatic species of animals. You also see beautiful landscape. We have beautiful vegetation. The national park have mountains, we have rainforest, we have savanna forest, we have Sahel, we have wetlands, we have marine. So Nigeria ecotourism is built on these resources. That's why we waste no opportunity of showcasing the national parks and the beauty of this country.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Your name one more time, sir.
CP Emmanuel Ntuyang.
You're welcome, sir.
That until they come, nothing can happen. With our experience with Iyake suspended lake, we have discovered that, like the Yoruba people say, Eleru lo ma n gbe níbi tó ti wúwo. We have carried our load níbi tó ti wúwo. And we are so glad that the government of the day are also supporting. The Ministry of Culture and Tourism, they are our partners. The twins are also our partner. They've been there severally. They have been to the holiday home. When I went to the American embassy, my intention was not actually to japa. I just wanted to go and come back. Though I was thinking I could stay a few years before one president finishes his tenure so that I can come back. It is very sad that the things we are looking for in Sokoto is right there in our Sokoto. Unfortunately, we don't have enough amenities, enough things that we encourage us to do this thing, but with passion. Maybe my own passion was fueled by hunger. That was why I was able to, I even relocated from Lagos back to Okeogun, because what is worth doing is worth doing well. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to waste your time. I just want to invite you to Ado Awaye to come and see the natural wonder of Iyake Suspended Lake. It is better than the one they have in Colorado, because the one they have there, I even learned is artificial. So I was wondering, why am I wasting my time to go and see an artificial thing when I can see a natural one in Ado Awaye? So, incidentally, for people coming from Lagos, the train station is also an added advantage. Once you drop at Moniya there, it's just about less than 1.5 hours to get to Ado Awaye. the facility is there, and we are building the place. And by the special grace of Olodumare, we know that we will succeed. We thank everybody who has been partnering with us, and we make our slogan, Ire Benile, because we believe that we are not unfortunate to be created in Okeogun. Thank you very much.
Please, can we celebrate him one more time? We just finished listening to Oloye Bola Olalere, the project coordinator, Okeogun Green Revolution. So there are a lot of places to visit in Ibadan, a lot of beautiful places to visit in Ibadan. I remember when I first landed in Ibadan from NYC, one of the fascinating things for me was the brown roof. It was the brown roof. I don't know, but for me it was attractive to me because I've never seen a place with so much brown. In fact, I felt like, is this place an ancient city? And they said, yes, it's indeed an ancient city. Okay, moving on, we want to welcome Mrs. Abibat, Miss, I beg your pardon, Miss Abibat Adedeji. She is the representative of Ilaji Hotel and Sports Resort, one of the beautiful places you can visit in Ibadan. She's going to come and give us a very short presentation. Can we have her, please?
Good afternoon, everyone. And how is our day going? So thank you. My name is Ms. Adedeji Abibat. I'm a representative of Ilaji Hotel and Sports Resort. We are very delightful to be a part of this occasion because through tourism, Ilaji is bringing in hospitality. Because we believe tourism, if there is no hospitality in tourism, it is nearly impossible. You can't go on tourism and not be settled and not have a place to stay. So Ilaji is a place where comfort meets culture, heritage meets hospitality. I can say we are number one when it comes to hospitality and tourism because we give you what it takes to have comfort and a place to relax away from your home. Before I would like to say where we are located, because we've been getting questions. Ilaji is located at Akoro, Onwara local government, towards Onwara local government. We have our hotels, sporting activities, we have the arts gallery, and so on. For our accommodation, it is quite accessible, it is quite affordable. In fact, it is affordable. So I would say, for this program, if Ilaji is not in, it is not complete. If you are going on tourism and you need a place to stay, you need a comfort place, a home away from home, Ilaji, I can proudly say, is number one. There is no doubt about it because we are teamed best resort in Nigeria. It is either Ilaji or not. So if you are going for tourism, whereas you can even do that in Ilaji, we have a tourist center for you to explore culture, for you to see the art. And after that, we still have our accommodation, our hotel accommodation where you can relax, a suitable place for you to stay. Ilaji is a hub for cultural immersement and family bonding. what I can proudly say is you can't come to Ilaji and feel away from home, because pending the staffs, the security, right from the gate, you are already feeling like you are in your house, because we are giving you that comfort you truly deserve. Right from our security, the staffs, they make you feel worthy of what you are enjoying. We have a premium enjoyment that you truly deserve. We also ensure school excursions. If you have a program, maybe from your church, from schools, you want them to explore, Ilaji offers such service at very accommodating and affordable prices. We also, we are into travel agency too. We make your traveling very easier for you. I can say Ilaji specifically makes life easier. That's just it, because everything it takes for you to enjoy tourism, explore art, Ilaji is #1 for you. So I will just briefly conclude that please and please, whenever you want to have your tourist center, #1, Oyo State is #1, and #2, Ilaji is the best for you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. We hope to see you at Ilaji.
A round of applause for Ms. Abibat. She has done a lot of justice to Ilaji. I've been there myself. It's a beautiful place indeed to behold. At this time, there is going to be a dialogue with the Comptroller General of the Nigerian Immigration Service, ably represented. And to coordinate this dialogue will be our standing MC, my boss, Reverend Niyi Daunsi. I'd like to invite him at this time, and also invite the representative of the Comptroller General of the Nigerian Immigrations. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So myself and the representative of the Comptroller, Nigeria Immigration Service, we're going to be having a very short dialogue here as to a lot of things that were thrown up yesterday and again today. Please make welcome DCI, Prince Dabrinze, to the top seat here. Please, you may wish to take your seat, sir. Please put your hands together for him. All right, I also understand that we have an assistant controller of the immigrations in the house. Please, can you make your way to the top? Sit here, please come over. Hello, lady, please come and help me to get this chair set. Please, you're welcome. ACI Adeniton. Adetiron. We also have ACI Adetiron in the house. DCI Dabrinze, you were here yesterday, and we had a lot of things thrown at you. Before we begin to throw questions, can you just tell us very, very briefly the core responsibility of the Nigeria Immigration Service, especially as it affects tourism and travels?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am here. Let me put it this way first. The first person introduced me as the Comptroller General of Immigration Service.
He said representative.
Okay, but I'm here to represent the Comptroller of Immigration Service or your state, in as much as we are equally representing the Comptroller General of Immigration Service. Okay. So please, we were here yesterday to render a goodwill message on behalf of the Comptroller. And we have come here to follow up because there are some issues, I learned this should be discussed. There are some issues that we are presenting which we want to equally address today. Some things we want to address today. On the core mandate of immigration, you know, immigration takes charge, is in charge, or is mandated to see to the immigration and the immigration of people within Nigeria. That is people coming in and people going out. So we are in charge of that responsibility. We control and regulate the immigration and the immigration of people in Nigeria. That is one. Secondly, I would say equally the issues that affect our borders, we are in charge of the borders. We are the number one. Immigration Service is the number one person any foreigner will see if you are coming to Nigeria. So we man the borders, all the control posts, land, air, and sea. We are in the airports, we are in the land borders, we are in the seaports. So we man all these places to make sure that we, whoever comes into Nigeria, we recognize should be known as the very right persons to come into Nigeria, because we have prohibited immigrants, and such persons we wouldn't want to come into Nigeria because they are dangerous. That is number two of our mandate. Number three of our mandate, Immigration Service to seize and monitors all foreigners who are in Nigeria. We monitor them to know their activities, regulate their activities, and make sure that that which is bounded by law they are supposed to do in Nigeria is what they are doing. We monitor and regulate them. Fourthly, we equally issue some travel documents. We issue travel documents. We issue Nigerian visas. We issue Nigerian passports. Nigerian visas for people, non-Nigerians, who are coming, who want to come into Nigeria. I'm using these simple terms so that everybody can understand. Yes. Then passports for Nigerians, Nigerian citizens who would want to possess it, either for an international journey or for usage within Nigeria. It's a means of citizenship identification. That is our core mandate. We equally, in the issuance of visa, we have a long span of areas. It is a wide area. We will still talk in course of that, the areas that affect tourism. We are going to talk on the area that affects tourism and equally discuss a bit on the passport, on how it can help tourism and how Nigerians can, access it.
All right, thank you very much. DCI, the brains, let me speak with ACI Adetiran Adesoji. And the question I'm going to put forward to you is very simple. I was watching on the social media just a few days ago, and I saw a man, though Nigerian, but also a citizen of maybe the United States, and in fact, he was, or he is in the American Army, a soldier, and so he put on his camera, body cam, and right from stepping into Nigeria, almost every agency asked of his passport. When it got to the immigrations, yes, he gave them. He did not say a word. Customs, they asked. NDLEA, they asked. Who again? Everybody was asking for passport. Please, ACI Adesoji, who is legally responsible? I know NIS is responsible for issuing passports, as it has been said. But who is responsible for asking and checking these passports?
Thank you very much. According to what NIS is for, we are in charge of the passport. We issue, and whether you are going out or coming in, we are responsible for checking your passport. But there are a few instances where other organizations, maybe the DSS, may need to check your passport, especially when you are a foreigner. This is due to, we call it security checks. They may need it, but in few instances. But the core agency that is responsible to check passports, either at the land borders or at the airport, seaport, is the Nigerian Immigration Service.
All right, so when people come into Nigeria as foreigners and they come into the hands of agencies, travel agencies, tourist agencies, what are the documents that they should ask for before they proceed? Maybe in taking them to some of our tourist sites outside the passport. Is it just the passport that you require that they check?
Are you talking of when they have come in?
Yes. Let's say we've talked about legal and illegal immigrants.
Okay.
Now, the agencies might not, so to speak, know who is legal, who is illegal. But when people say, okay, we want to go to the tourist sites, we want to go from this place to this place, even to lodge in hotels, and they register as foreigners, what are the documents that the first-hand people should ask to be able to identify them? Or is it just the passport alone?
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. And I think this is where we need to explain very, very well. As far as the government is concerned, as far as the Nigerian Immigration Service is concerned, we deal with legal migrants. And this is the reason why we are collaborating with you, to make sure that you don't allow illegal migrants who turn tourists because of our security. You know, we are having a lot on our hands already in Nigeria.
Oh, yes, we are. So we want to know how to know.
Yes. And that's the reason why we are here. Even before they leave their country, I'm talking of the legal migrant now, the new visa policy. We have a new visa policy and is coming out May 1st. And this is the best time we are supposed to be here to explain some of these things to you. This is what we call collaboration. This is part of the work of Nigerian Immigration Service, to collaborate with tourist companies so that you know what and what
Go ahead,
the government
just
wants.
tell us, yeah.
In 2024, we have the Nigerian Visa Policy 2024. The Ministry of Interior, in collaboration with the Nigerian Immigration Service, they need to review the Nigeria Visa Policy 2020, done by the past administration. And they introduced what we call visa on arrival. And I know some of the tourist companies here, they know the reasons for the visa on arrival. It's very fast. You can get the visa in 48 hours from application to issuance. And your tourists can start coming to Nigeria. Now, that 2024 Nigerian visa policy has been reviewed again. And the new one will come out on May 1st. Now, we are using electronic visa. The reason we are doing this is for security checks. You are seeing we are reviewing. We want it to make it more easier.
I get what you're saying, but tell us as laymen how to recognize what you're saying. That's the question.
Well,
so as a tourist agency, so how do I know that the visa or that the document that this person has qualifies him as a legal migrant?
Well, now everything is everything is on internet. Go to our website, ask the person, because we are going to check. We have a central database now. When you are making your application from anywhere in the world, you can stay in your room and make your application. There's no need for going like this tourist visa. It's a short visit visa. So we are going to do everything for you. If you are qualified in 48 hours, you get your visa. When you make your applications, bring the requirements. The requirements are there, your data page, all these things. Upload yourself. You don't need the third party. And that's why we are cutting out the third party. We are cutting out corruption from the system. When you upload all these things, then you submit. Make the payment, the visa payment, it is there, the amount is there, then you submit. Then you wait for information. From our central base in Abuja, they will check, do all the checks, your data page, we do all the security checks. Then if you are qualified, we make approval. When we send you a mail, then inside the mail is your visa with a barcode. All these things will come out on May 1st. I don't want to pre-inform people.
All right. So,
yes,
in essence, all that the travel agencies and tourist industry has to do is to collaborate with you. Maybe the website will be available where they can also make a check, so that if I am a tourist and I appear and I say I am from so and so country, they can also check and collaborate with you.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. Let me get to DCI one more time. The other time you talked about the various types of visa. And this is where we need a lot of explanations. What are the various types of visas and which one affects us as in the tourist industry? He has talked about the short term. Maybe there are some that qualify someone for the long term. And how long are these visas? Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have different migrants, legal migrants coming to Nigeria. Some are tourists. Some are coming in to have employment or invest. So these things are reflected in visas. Some are equally coming in for pilgrimage. Some are coming in, that is religious activities. Some are coming in for cultural activities, different things. And these things are reflected in the visas. Each visa has a code. For people who are coming to visit, members of the family, or tourists who are coming, who don't intend to reside in Nigeria, who stay of short period, are designated for short-term visas. Short-term visit visas. These short-term visit visas have a span of 3 months. 3 months. Once they come, even as it is 3 months, I said there is designation to different migrants. The tourists have their own code on their own visa. Those who are coming for religious activities have their own code. Those different codes are there. There are several. So now, when I can see you clearly.
Sir?
I can see you clearly.
Oh, that's good. So we need you to concentrate more on the camera. So I'll just be by the side. Okay. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Ready? Okay. Can we meet you, sir?
Otumba Dejo Olawoyin.
Okay. What do you do as a profession?
I'm an architect quintessentially, but I'm a businessman and an entrepreneur.
Sir, what can you tell us about the Ibadan Travel Tourist Expo 2025?
So I am blessed to be 100% Ibadan and 100% American. I've lived in quite a lot of places in the world, but I've not seen anywhere better than Ibadan. I was born here, I grew up here, and even after spending so much time and decades in America and Europe, I had to come back to Ibadan because this is where I belong, this is home. So tourism in Ibadan is unique because Ibadan is like the pace setter, so to say. And you know, we will say in Ibadan in Nigeria that Aji Shebi Oyo Lanri, Oyo Shebi Enikoko. So with that background, you realize that the base of the Yorubas is actually Ibadan. Ibadan is actually the only place in the West that you will see every family have one person or the other representing them. So, but when it comes to tourism in Ibadan, we have this rich cultural heritage that we can leverage on. Yoruba is spoken in about 28 countries in the world, especially the Caribbean and some parts of West Africa. But we should use that as a leverage to attract people. Look at the way our music is going now all around the world. The same thing with our food, the same thing with our clothing, and even the bigger part of our culture. This constitutes using Yoruba, using Ibadan as a springboard to actually develop the whole of Western region and generally Nigeria. So we have a lot to offer in Ibadan. If you look at the population, the vibrancy of the people, the heterogeneousness of the populace, you realize that Ibadan is just a place to be. And most importantly, Ibadan is peaceful. It's one of the most peaceful places in Ibadan. You find out that every weekend, most of us that live in Lagos, Ikoyi, Banana, Lekki, we still come back to Ibadan and have a peaceful and restful weekend. So if we leverage on selling Ibadan, like I said earlier, the population of Ibadan is twice as much as the population of the whole of Jamaica. And Jamaica is grossing as much as $5 billion this year on tourism. So if we really work on Ibadan, even if we get $1 billion naira, which the whole of Nigeria is getting less than $1 billion, we get $1 billion naira, $1 billion on tourism in Ibadan, Ibadan will change totally. So we need to leverage on our heritage, our culture, our tradition and language, and Ibadan is just the right place for it.
Sir, what impact did you think this expo can create into the tourist sector in Nigeria?
So by having this expo, even for me that is bred and brought up in Ibadan, there are so many things I didn't actually know that I know today. I know that the only place that they have internal beach and waterways, boat and beach ride in Nigeria, apart from Lagos, is in Ibadan. And I'm so much excited to see LA. I see the Ilaji hotel, which belongs to a friend of mine. And you see, there are so many things that I did not even discover that are already in Ibadan. So this expo, like as it is actually an exposure for the things that we really have in Ibadan. So it really is really beneficial to a lot of people.
Thank you so much for your time.
Is connected to Interpol. Okay. We are now connected into Interpol. That makes it possible for us to identify any criminal in the world. It has not been done. So this is a very big landmark we have made. So with that Interpol checks, even if it is a criminal in Afghanistan that is trying to cover, hide under the coverage of tourism to come into Nigeria, we will see everything. And we deny something. That is the advantage of that form. Now when they come in, we monitor them right from airport, wherever their destination is. That is why the visa we give to them that runs for 3 months. At the expiration of a month, they are supposed to go to the closest immigration office to go for renewal. After they will be given 1 month in the airport. By the time they finish that, about to finish that 1 month, they go to the nearest immigration for extension. By the time they need the extension. Yes, if they need extension. By the time they finish the 2nd month and want to stay again up to 3 months, they go. So this
how long will that take? How long will the extension take?
No, extension can be done in a day.
All right.
It could be done in a day. It could be done in a day.
All right. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for such a great work and this innovation and creativity that has been introduced. Our time is fast spent. I'm going to allow 1 or 2 questions from our practitioners, 1 from a lady and 1 from a man. Do we have any questions from the audience before we take their parting shots? Okay, 1, no question. 2, no question. Thank you. Let me go to ACI Adetiro Adesoji. So could you give us your patent shot? We are talking about collaboration with tourists and tourism in Nigeria. Just in a minute, thank you.
Hello?
Yes.
I'm impressed when I came in and I saw the man from, what's the name of that tourist town?
Okay, that is Okeogun.
Ado Awaye.
Ado Awaye, yes.
You are doing a very nice.
You
are doing a very good job, and I will expect tourist companies in Oyo State. I don't know if they have an association, but even if they have one, I'm not seeing much of them with immigration. You know, the new visa policy we are talking about, the one that will come out on May 1st, we have partners, including labor leaders, including tourist companies, that they put in that committee to form that policy.
Oh, yes. NANTA said they were there, too. The National Association of Nigeria Travel Agencies, NANTA.
You know, there is this your Institute of Hospitality and Tourism, NIOTO. Yes. They are even planning to train immigration officers, to partner with us to train immigration officers on how to receive tourists from abroad. These are the kind of partners we want with you. In Oyo State Command, we are not seeing much of you. We want to see more. We want to tell you more. We have more. I think this government is doing more about passport, about visa policy, and we are impressed with you. We want to see you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And DCI, Dabrinze, was your pattern shot?
Yes. Yesterday, a question was put across. This, we think, will get some feedback from this kind of interaction. The question was this. A woman made a suggestion, why that she attracts virtually every year tourists to Nigeria, and they come in about 3 times in a year, that we give them 3 months visa, that within 1 month it is expired, and that why can't Nigeria Immigration Service give 2 years tourist visa, a year or 2 years, so that they won't be coming and coming and coming. So it is now I wanted to respond to that thing. Such suggestions are very good. It's sacrosanct. I would suggest that the organization that interfaces with our headquarters should bring up this kind of suggestions. Yeah. So that during the thinkering or enactment of these reforms, those things can be factored in. But I know the reason why they may not give that long period is for monitoring. And their stay in Nigeria is not long. But if they factor in, if they bring it on board, I think if there is a way to give some leverage to that, it will be done. Then I will equally suggest that when migrants come, they should understand that the closest security agency that they should be close to should be Nigeria Immigration Service, because they are totally in charge of their presence in the country. We have the officers we call DIOs, Division Immigration Officers. They are in all the local governments, 774 local governments of the Federation. Immigration is represented. These people, wherever the immigrants are going, they should make sure they contact and liaise with the immigration officers in that zone to help them overcome any challenges they may have.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I want to appreciate that. Sorry, we have overspent our time. That was why I asked for questions the other time. You can meet them personally, but the crux, the summary. All right, the summary of all we have said is that the partnership should be stronger and it should be more lasting. Yes, NANTA has also been advised and NAOTO to come up with frameworks suggested to the right quarters when policies are being formed, and so much can happen. I understand what that person was saying. The other time when I got a visa to, say, South Africa, I was given 2 years. But you cannot stay more than 3 months at a time. You have to come in. Within 3 months, you leave. But for 2 years, you can come in and go. If I like, after I leave, I may go back in another 2 weeks. 3 months, 1 month. Sometimes people will spend 4 weeks, 6 weeks, but you cannot spend more than 3 months to come out, and then you can come in again. Of going to. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for DCI Dabrinze. Thank you for coming. And indeed, our dear brother ACI Adetiran Adesoji. Where are the twins? I think you should take a picture before you take your seat. Where are the twins? They are trying to sort out a few things. Are they coming? Please stay for a minute. All right. So please, let's take a picture with you here. And while we are preparing for the picture, please let me announce that the owner of this car, Lexus 570, needs to repark. Lexus 570, number plate ABJ 231LJ. Let me join the picture. Hello. Okay, so we already know the owner of Lexus 570, ABJ231LJ. Right about now, I am going to be inviting our lady of substance, our amiable, delectable, indefatigable, dynamic deputy director to speak to us on the National Museum of Unity, which is here in the city of Ibadan. Please welcome with me our Lady Pamela to please come and give us a word briefly before we take our leave. Thank you. Please put your hands together for her very well.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Can you hear me, right? Okay. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Can we meet you, sir?
Yeah, I am. This
Sir, what can you tell us about the Travel Expo Tourism 2025?
Yeah. This is my first time of coming to, participate in this event. Last year, my colleague, a superior colleague, came to represent. But this year, I was made to come, and I am happy about that because it exposed me to exactly the real and practical thing that is happening in the tourist industry. So I am glad it is wonderful, it is good, it is entertaining, and it is educating at the same time. Yeah.
Sir, what can you tell us about the things put in place to tackle the challenges of tourism in Nigeria?
Well, in my office, okay. Like we try to explain, the immigration service through the ongoing reform is making it easy for applicants intending tourists from the Western world or anywhere across the world, even in Africa, to find it easy to come in here by relaxing our immigration laws. The immigration laws are made in a way that is attractive to both tourists and foreign investors because there is enormous things to pay for tourism. Some countries, as we are talking now, depend on tourism for their revenue. So for us in Nigeria government is talking about diversification. So immigration through our visa policy and passport policy for those Nigerians who have intention of going beyond Nigeria for tourism. We are making these facilities easy to access and cheap. So that is the way we are contributing to the tourism development in our state and in Nigeria.
Sir, as this exposure, can you tell us in what way do you think they can create more impact to bring in more revenue income to the Nigeria immigration services, the tourist sector, sir? As in, how do you think they can boost the economic of the country?
Yes, when we talk about visa is not given for free. It is paid for. And that brings foreign exchange into Nigeria. So the more we have tourists visiting the country, the more the federal government is making money. So that is why we must support the industry. The immigration service is doing everything to create an enabling environment so that the much people, the people in the international scene will desire to come to Nigeria. And the more they come, the larger our hall for revenue generation. So it is something that will interest us if the industry keeps booming and booming. So it is a very good one that we are in support of.
What has your experience been like since yesterday at this exposition, sir?
Yeah, it has showed me that a lot of things, people are working. This is the second edition of this program. It means there is awakening. There is awakening. The industry is springing up strongly. Because of attraction, I can see people from different areas in Nigeria, different states, from Lagos and different. So it is bringing the needed exposure, which will help. People need to know and understand, and even develop interest in tourism. So without this kind of program, people will not know and may not cash into that. So when what is going on here, there is more exposure, there is more education, and people interest are being ignited. So that is what I've seen concerning this.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Your name once more.
DCI-UP Paprizi.
Okay, sir. Before you go, last thing, I need you to hype our TV. I want you to hype our TV station.
Okay. Where is
You just give us a hype. Tell the viewers to keep watching Let's Africa TV.
I want to encourage people. I'm happy for the good work you are doing, and I want to encourage people to, support you and be watching your television. It's a fantastic thing. So I'm glad to do that. Yeah. Let's Africa Television. Thank you very much.
Travel with the twins. Nikawi ni àbí Ìbàdàn Travel and Tourism Expo àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ọlá yín òkúkú nírẹ̀yìn láéláé ẹ ò sì ní mọ̀ṣì. Mo kí ẹgbẹ́ NAFTA, Association of Nigerian Travel Agency, gbogbo òṣìṣẹ́ ìrìn àjò afẹ́, gbogbo tour operators, hoteliers, travel agents, resort centers, national parks, àtọ́níṣẹ́ ààbò gbogbo wa pátápátá a ò ní ṣàṣedànù. Gbogbo àlejò pàtàkì tó ń bẹ níkàlẹ̀ ni mò ń kí. Nàìjíríà ò ní dàrú, ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ò ní bàjẹ́, Ìbàdàn ò ní dààmú, bẹ́ẹ̀ làṣà ò sì ní parun lásìkò tàwa. Gbogbo ilé ayé ẹ bá mi ṣàmì ẹni tó bá wá rán mi níṣẹ́ òun là á fàbọ̀ fún. Ìyá mi Oríyọmí Pamela Otuka, olùdarí National Museum of Unity Ìbàdàn. Ẹ má sọ pé mo bá yín lóyè, mo pè yín lórúkọ, nítorí orúkọ ni wọ́n fi ń pọba aládé, orúkọ ni wọ́n fi ń pe lóyè lóyè, orúkọ ni wọ́n fi ń pe gbogbo akíkanjú gbogbo. Oríyọmí Pamela Otuka, ẹ̀yin lẹ rán mi níṣẹ́. ìyá nìyá mi Oríyọmí Òtùkà. Obìnrin takuntakun, obìnrin gbọ̀ngbọ̀ngbèrè, obìnrin tó rẹwà, tó níwà, tó tún pé nínú ọpọlọ. Gbogbo iṣẹ́ ribiribi tá ń ṣe lórí àṣà, gbogbo ẹ̀ ló hàn gédéǹgbé o. Ẹ ò sì ní ṣàṣetì láéláé. Gbogbo ilé ẹ bá mi ṣàmì ẹ̀. Gbogbo ènìyàn, ẹ dákun ẹ tẹ́tí kẹ́ ẹ gbọ́ mi. Oríyọmí náà ò tún déédéé wá síwájú yín. Ìránṣẹ́ ń làwọn náà fẹ́ nìkan o. Ọpẹ́ pàtàkì lọ́wọ́ Director General wa ní National Commission for Museums and Monuments. Alàgbà Olúgbélé Ọlọ́wé, òun ló rán wa níṣẹ́. Olúgbélé Ọlọ́wé, àtọ́ òfiṣẹ́ ogun rán. Bàbá ni bàbá ń jẹ́ lọ́jọ́ gbogbo. Àwọn lólórí gbogbo National Museums pátápátá káàkiri ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. Tó gbogbo ẹni tó ń bẹ níkàlẹ̀, ǹjẹ́ ẹ ti wá sí National Museum rí? Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá tí ì débẹ̀, ẹ tí ì débì kankan o. Ibẹ̀ lẹ́tí lè rí àwọn ohun nǹkan àdáyébá, gbogbo ohun nǹkan tí Yorùbá ń mú ṣẹ̀yẹ, gbogbo ohun tí Yorùbá ń mú ṣagbára, àwọn ìlù àdáyébá ti Ìgbò, ti Haúsá, ti Yorùbá, pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹ̀yà mìíràn gbogbo, òǹkà owó, iṣẹ́ ìbílẹ̀ bí àdìrẹ ṣíṣe. Tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ kọ́ṣẹ́ àdìrẹ, ẹ̀yin ẹ máa bọ̀ ní National Museum. Mọ́tò tí bàbá wa SL Akíntọ́lá ń lò nígbà tí wọ́n jẹ́ premier fún Western Nigeria. Ohun gbogbo tó lè kọ́ni lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ìṣẹ̀ṣe ó bẹ ní National Museum of Unity nìbàdàn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá wá kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kan tàbí ẹ ti bá wa ṣiṣẹ́ tàbí ẹ wá ṣiṣẹ́ ìwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ wa lórí ohun gbogbo tó jẹ mọ́ ti àdáyébá, àyè tún wá wà o láti jókòó gbafẹ́. Ohun gbogbo ní jíjẹ ní mímu ó tún ń bẹ ní National Museum of Unity. Àyè ń bẹ láti ṣàríyá, à ń retí yín o ní National Museum. Ibo ní National Museum ọ̀hún wá wà gan-an. Ibẹ̀ ò jìnnà, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò sì mú rárá. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti dẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ọjà Alẹ́ṣin lọ́yẹ́, bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti yà síbi South West Local Government, ẹ lọ tààrà sápá ìsàlẹ̀, ẹ wá máa wá páòsì yín. Ibẹ̀ gan-an ni National Museum fìdí kalẹ̀ sí. À ń retí yín o ní National Museum of Unity nílẹ̀ Ìbàdàn. Bóyá wọ́n wá lè bi yín léèrè wípé ta lẹni tó kọrin ewì létí ẹ̀yin. Ẹ sọ fún wọn wípé Museum Education Officer tó ń jẹ́ Látúndé ni. Èmi lọ Látúndé, aya Ayọ̀ọ́lá Olúyẹmí tó ń kọrin tó kí tó lárinrin. Èmi lálákọ̀ọ̀rọ̀ èdè tó ń kan gbàgbọ́ ló ń pọ̀ nínú ọ̀rọ̀. Bí mo bá wá ń kọrin tó kí tí mo sì ń pèdè tó ládùn ńkọ́, ó dájú pé mo rẹ́ni fi jọ níran bàbá mi ni. Èmi lọmọ bíbí Olú Olúṣọlá Ìṣọ̀lá Ògúnṣọlá Dr. Aisho Pepe pẹ̀lú Lady Evangelist Felicia Ìyábọ̀ Ògúnṣọlá ẹfún ṣetán aníwúrà tó forin ewì lé mi lọ́wọ́. Láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà ẹ ó tún máa gbórin ewì lẹ́nu mi. Ṣùgbọ́n mo wòye wípé bóyá ara àwọn èèyàn tí wọn àgbà yóò bá, nítorí náà ọ̀gá mi ẹ bá ń sọ Gẹ̀ẹ́sì.
Thank you very much, my sister. Please give her a round of applause. She's a Deputy Director at the National Museum of Unity and Education Officer. You know, one of the Deputy Directors that's assisting me, we are working together. So just yesterday, I said to her, Mrs. Oluyemi, I think we should do something different. Every time they ask us to come and present a paper, we just walk up. National Museum is this. I said, Eje ka show won pe we are not just historians, or we are not just custodians of this culture. We are also custodians of what we call the intangible heritage. And that's what she just showed you now. So, ladies and gentlemen, ẹgbọ́n ṣé kò sí ẹnìkan wà bíbá ìtàn pé Yíbò ní kí n sọ̀rọ̀ ní Yíbò because kò sí ọmọ MC ti ń ṣe style pé kí n máa kúrò lórí stage pé time ti tó máa kúrò but kí n tó kúrò I just want to say again pé the National Museum of Unity is at Aleshiloye. It is strategically placed. You can't miss it. The roads are very good. So, no excuse. It's not in a bush area. The roads are tarred. So you can come in and come and see us. We have lots of activities lined up. And you know, the beautiful thing about the place is that it is beautiful and it is large. The land is massive. So you have place and a lot of facilities that we have on ground. We have halls that you can come and do your seminars, workshop, marriages, anything you want to do there. So I'm not going to take too much of your time because I can see the MC coming. Thank you very much. God bless you. Eshe Modupe.
Please give them a warm round of applause. We have to take this picture. We have to take this picture.
Sọmọrí wọn kájà kan èkó tó bá ti rọmọ Olúyọ̀lé làwọn sọmọrí máa ń dàda yẹn wọn aláìndé kíní sóòrẹ sóòsúwàmí bàbá Ìbàdàn.
Please, all the museum staff, come and join the curator and our deputy director. This is a wonderful one. Some people can come here. Thank you. Please, the chairman, we will keep requesting you to join us. We have just a few more minutes, but then you may please join us. Chairman, please come to the middle. Yes, let the chairman stay there. All right, thank you very much. Thank you. All right, we are capping up very, very shortly. But before I ask the chairman to give us his closing remark, let me appreciate one more time the curator of the National Museum of Unity, Aleshiloye here in Ibadan, Madam Oriyomi Pamela Otuka, and indeed Lady Latunde Ayola Oluyemi. Thank you for giving us that brand. Doctor, you said we are going to see before you go. Doctor, you said we are going to see before you go, so at least I will step down before you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please, we're going to take 2 minutes more of your time, and that's because we want a word from the Nigeria Conservation Foundation, NCF representative. We're going to please come, my brother. We're going to give you just 2 minutes to tell us about the Conservation Foundation before we round off. Thank you. It's been a great time, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adeyemo Olayomade. So I'm the Southwest Coordinating Officer for the Nigerian Conservation Foundation. And I bring greetings to you all from our Director General, Dr. Joseph Onoja. A brief one about NCF. So NCF is the Nigerian Conservation Foundation. We are dedicated to nature conservation and also sustainable of our natural resources of the country. So we have our headquarters situated in Lagos. That is the Lekki Conservation Center. And also we have different zonal offices in Nigeria. But our Southwest zonal office is at Federal College of Forestry in Jericho, in Ibadan. So also we have different project sites too in Lagos, in Nigeria, all over Nigeria. Let me just mention but few. Part of the project site we have is the Omo, is at Omo. That's at J4. We have an elephant sanctuary at J4. Also, we have the Finimal Nature Park, which is at Finimal Nature Park at Port Harcourt, and different project sites in Nigeria. So also, you can also become a member of NCF. So we have different categories of membership. We have the student membership, we have individual membership, we have family membership, and also we have corporate, bronze, different package of membership. So at the end of the event, we have our stand up there, so you can just come around and also make more inquiry about the membership of the organization. And also I want to thank the organizer of this program for putting up this event together. So by the special grace of God, next year, NCF is still going to be around. So thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much for making it very short and simple. Aburo, come and take picture. No, Aburo to Aburo to Aburo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before the closing remark of the twins, permit me to invite the chairman one more time, our very dear Onotumba Dayo Olawain, who has been with us. He is the CEO MD of Androt Land Style Limited, to please close us very briefly. Please put your hands together one more time as I take the chairman's closing remarks.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want to say thank you very much for being part of this auspicious occasion. We have gathered here over the past 2 days with a shared passion for travel and tourism, and most especially sustainable tourism. But I'm thrilled and I'm impressed with the progress we have made. This is the second edition, and I know the third edition is going to be much greater. And I want to say the theme, driving sustainable tourism development for Yoruba and Africa, has been in the forefront of our discussion. And we have seen the goals and objectives of this, and we have seen so many impacts that we have already created. Some of our key takeaways is going to be the sustainable tourism, how we have been able to leverage on the things we have to make us to be economically viable. Also, we have seen industry collaboration, whereby we see people from tech to airlines to aviation, travel, and other stakeholders come together for this auspicious occasion. We have also seen community engagement. It's today that I learned that our LA River is a source of income and tourism. So on this note, I would like to thank the organizer, especially my twin brothers, who are Ambassadors Taiwo and Kehinde Oguntoye, and every other participant for their tireless effort in bringing this event to life. To the exhibitors, to the sponsors, attendees, I wish to continue. I wish you all continued success and growth in everything that you do. Let's continue to work together to build a brighter future for our children through tourism with the potentials that we have here. I want to thank you, and once again, I declare IBADAN Travel and Tourism Expo 2025 closed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Have we taken a personal picture with the chairman?
Thank you very much. Picture. National anthem.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians old and proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace or battle honored, and this we count as gain. To hang on to our children a banner without stain. O God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed.
ẹlẹ́ ò mọ́lé wa ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ kílọ́lá o júwe ẹlẹ́ ò mọ́lé wa òpó iyọ̀ sàní Ìbàdàn àjúwe ẹlẹ́ ò mọ́lé wa ayẹyẹ lòpó iyọ̀ sàní Ìbàdàn àjúwe ẹlẹ́ ò mọ́lé wa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe pẹ́bọ̀ lọ́hùn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ bá rí ta pátápátá o. Kádúpẹ́ báláhùn sáàtì o. Aláhùn ní kùsì jírù ọlọ́run mi ọba rántí o. Aláhùn múlí kúrú rántí o. Aléhùn lè ṣe sálábà ọlọ́run ọpẹ́ ló ọba sáàtì ọba tó tó. Gbogbo jọ̀mọ́ dùkà bọ́lá ń bá fún wa lọ́mọ ọba máma gbà padà ẹ̀ṣá mi. Bàbá ọmọ kékeré tó ń fi ẹ̀pẹ́ kọ́lé ń kékeré ẹ̀ ẹ má bá rí òbí ẹ̀ o. Ó lè jẹ́ future contractor ni o yàmbó báyà o. Bàbá ọmọ kékeré táwọn gbẹ́ méjì bá ń jà o. Tó bá ń pè wọ́n parí ẹ̀kún wọn ẹ má bá rí òbí ẹ̀ o. Ó lè jẹ́ chief justice ni ó sì lọ yàmbó báyà o. Bàbá ọmọ kékeré tó ń kọrin ní kékeré àmì ẹ má bá rí òbí ẹ̀ o. Ó lè jẹ́ fusion musician o yàmbó báyà. Àbí òbí kan máa ń dà ló yàgò báyà ọmọ bábí yìí bábá sì nà ẹ̀gbá nílé o. Ó lè jẹ́ ájíbàrí tàbó báyà. Àbáríkúlápó ni ó yà fẹ́lá o. Òun lóhùn mi rántí. Màmá mi débí mi lọ́mọ. Òbí ìjà máa lòdò. Bísí lolúmọ lẹ́lu ọdún. kan wípé o. Ìyá mi kutu mekutu kàrà sí kan kàrà èjì lọ́nà sókó dọ́bò èjì òyànnà gbà. Ìyàn lò bóyá sókó èjì òyànnà gbà o. Ìyàn lò bóyá sókó èjì òyànnà gbà o. Ìyàn lò bóyá sókó èjì òyànnà gbà o. Èjì dé. Èjì dé o. Èjì màdé o bàṣà. Èjì dé. Màmá mi tó bí mi lọ́mọ, òbí ń dá máa lóró, màmá mi fún mi ní tọkùn mi pé o. Nígbà tí mo wà lọ́mọdé, ní dédé ọmọ ọdún mẹ́jọ, wọ́n ní tí ń bá jí lówùrọ̀ o, wọ́n ní màá gbá kí ìgbò dání. Màmá mi pé akéwùgbẹ́rù àṣàṣà gbọ́rẹ́. Akéwùgbẹ́rù àṣàṣà gbọ́rẹ́. Akéwùgbẹ́rù àṣàṣà gbọ́rẹ́ o. Akéwùgbẹ́rù àṣàṣà gbọ́rẹ́. Owó mẹ́fọ́ máa ṣàgbó di bàbá o. Owó mẹ́fọ́ ṣàgbó di bàbá. Owó mẹ́fọ́ ṣàgbó di bàbá. Owó mẹ́fọ́ ṣàgbó di bàbá. Ìyàwó mẹ́fọ́ ṣàgbó dákì o. Ìyàwó mẹ́fọ́ ṣàgbó dákì. Ìyàwó mẹ́fọ́ ṣàgbó dákì. Ìyàwó mẹ́fọ́ ṣàgbó dákì. Lọ́jọ́ òkúlẹ̀ àyè olóòrùn. Lọ́jọ́ òkúlẹ̀ àyè olóòrùn. Lọ́jọ́ òkúlẹ̀ àyè olóòrùn. Àwọn ẹni tó bí mi lọ́mọ, wọn ò bá jí barista wí rárá. Ìyàwó lẹ́sọ̀ọ́ mi lórúkọ, akéwùgbẹ́rù lórúkọ, tàìṣe yẹ o. Sọmọrì bá lọ bá fún wa lọ́mọ, tó bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ tí bàbá ń ṣe. Ẹ má bá wí òbí ẹ o. Ó lè jẹ́ ṣe àṣelàbò báyà o.
No, it's okay. Yes, I'm good. Okay, good afternoon, sir. Can we meet you, sir?
I am DCI UP Dabrinze.
Sir, please, what can you tell us about today's program, the Travel and Tourism Expo 2025, sir?
This is the first time I'm attending it, and what I've experienced here is so fantastic. It is well organized, and there are so many people who came from here and there to grace, including foreigners. I saw some, foreigners here yesterday. So it's a very good initiative. I appreciate it.
Okay, sir, what impact do you think this exposition can create into the Nigeria income?
It has a whole lot to do because, like I mentioned yesterday, I said tourism is a big industry that even some countries, great countries of the world depend on. Some great countries of the world do not even have a single natural resources, but it's this tourism that they are blossoming with. So Nigeria as a country is a monocultured economy where we only depend on crude oil. The crude is going down, and therefore we need to diversify. So this is a veritable dimension to go, tourism. If there is much investment in it, the government has a lot to gain from it because it's a very strong source of national income.
Okay. As the program is being run since yesterday and today, where did you see the future of the Nigerian tourism?
The future is bright, very, very bright, because Nigeria has several, tourist attractions and locations. We have several, beginning from the southwest here to the east to the north. there is so many, tourist attraction. So I know that the future is based on the enlightenment that is coming from this kind of event. If this kind of event it continues to flow and others begin to partake in this kind of enlightenment, I know many people who are not aware of it, who do not know what it entails, will begin to, come to limelight with what is in it. And investors, even in Nigeria here, will begin to, think towards this and begin to develop it. It creates employment, and it has a lot to offer, and the future is very, very bright with what we are seeing now.
All right, thank you so much for your time. Your name one more time.
UP Dabrinze, thank you very much.
Sir, before you go, we need you to hype our TV one more time. The name is Lens African TV. So just tell our viewers to keep watching.
African TV, keep watching. I want to tell everybody to keep watching Lens African TV. It is a partner in good initiative. So thumbs up. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, are we good?
You okay?
We're good? Okay. Sir, can we meet you, sir?
Okay, my name is Bola Olalere. I'm the project coordinator of Okeogun Green Revolution.
Sir, what can you tell us about the Travel and Tourism Exposition 2025? So far, so good since yesterday.
Oh, so far so good. It's been a wonderful experience. We should give kudos to the organizer for putting together this very beautiful show. Though it was called IBADAN Travel and Tour, but we from other parts of Oyo State also came. And I don't think I'm the only one that came from outside Ibadan. We have other people, and in particular, the policymakers that they brought, they enlightened the people the more about the visa, the passport, and everything. I'm talking about the immigration. Even the conservative people too, they make a very beautiful presentation. So far, it's a wonderful expo.
Okay, sir, what impact did you think this exposition can create into Nigeria tourist sector?
Okay, discussions like these will help the industry in terms of the decision makers, the policy makers are there, the operators, and every stakeholders, because if you have dialogues like this, it will help the policy maker to form policies that will further help the industry. So for this year on, is very educative and interesting.
Okay, so one word for our viewers at home.
For the viewers at home, I think they should find time to relax. It shouldn't be all about work. They can travel. If they don't have money to do international travels, they can do local travels. There are a lot of tourist destinations across the country. So tourism is life. It's good to travel.
Thank you so much for your time. Your name one more time.
Bola Olalere.
Okay, sir, we need you to hype our TV station.
Okay.
This is Lens African TV.
Okay. So what should I say about it?
You just tell our viewers to keep watching Lens African TV, and it's the best TV station.
Okay, should I hold the mic
Yes,
myself? Okay. Emma wo Lens Africa TV. Agbáṣàgà ni wọ́n ń gbé ìrìn àjò afẹ́ náà lárugẹ. Please keep watching it, and you won't regret doing so. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Eshe, sir. Thank you, sir. Mr. Omotosho, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I remember the name. You are also a tourist, right?
I'm a tourism promoter.
You're a tourist guy, so I heard this speech the other time.